Hi everyone, it's Steffi and welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of the Corona Chronicles. Today is Friday. I will be uploading this today and you will see it today. Um, so today was a very sad and disheartening day for me because today my grandfather passed away. Now, my grandmother passed away 9 years ago, and it was around the same time that I got pregnant with Carter. Um, I didn't know I was pregnant yet when she had passed away. And initially, when it happened, like the first, I would say a couple of months, my grandpa was insisting that my grandma was still there, that she was sitting at the table with him, that he could like see her and that she was around. And I don't know if he really was seeing her or not. You know, that's something only he knows. Um, but he spent 9 years without his wife and now he gets to be with her again. So it's very sad. And I'm like trying my best not to cry because it's terrible, um, that this happened to him. He was in the hospital. Obviously, everybody's in quarantine. Nobody could visit him. It's very sad to be alone like that and in the situation he was in, which I'm not going to get into because out of respect for our family, I feel like I just don't need to do that. But, you know, he was laying in a hospital bed and he couldn't go anywhere and he didn't know what was going on probably, and it just was very sad. Um, so there will be a funeral service. I'm supposed to be on call this weekend, but I spoke to my boss, and one of my coworkers actually volunteered to help me out with some of my work this weekend. So I'm very grateful to him for doing that for me. I'm grateful to my boss for being so understanding. Um, and I think legally by law they have to if it's a certain within a certain range of your family members. I think they have to give you some time off. So, with that being said, I will be able to go to the service and I will be bringing the kids with me. So, this will be a very difficult time for them because they have never seen somebody that has passed away before. So, this will be their first funeral that they will be attending. And it's just a life lesson that I'm going to have to talk to them about. And it's not one that parents like to do, but it needs to be done. So, because the last funeral that I went to was for my maternal grandmother who passed away while I was also pregnant with Carter while I was about 5 months along. She had passed away and she actually didn't know who I was at that time. My hair was dyed a different color. Um, Obviously, I was pregnant. I looked different. I had did my makeup, and she remembers me as a little girl. So she didn't had dementia and she didn't remember me. Um, so that was the last funeral I went to. Um, and this is one where we're not really allowed to all congregate together. We have to go in like sections of like four people, and that's it. So it's pretty much just your immediate family gets to go, and then once your time is up, then you leave and the next group of family members get to come in, type of thing. So it's nice that we're able to do that and then we don't have to do like a virtual funeral or anything because that is just feels so distant to me. And I was wondering what they were going to do, how we were going to do this because, with coronavirus, what can you do? So I learned about that right when I woke up this morning. My dad had texted me at 1:58 in the morning. So obviously he was up all night, probably talking with my aunt and figuring things out. So his obituary is up. I posted it on my Facebook page. If you want to see it, you can go read it. Um, and if you feel like giving something to the family, there is a link on there too if you would like to donate something to our family. But I need to move on from this because if I don't, I'm starting to spiral and I'm going to start crying. So yes, we are starting off this episode on a sad note, but we will move on and we will be okay. So I talked about this a little bit in my vlog for the week, but I'm starting to try different foods because, um, with my diet, there's certain things that I can't eat, couldn't eat before, and it's been almost a year since my gallbladder surgery, so I'm trying to eat things that I couldn't eat before because it just wasn't good for me. I'm just going to say that. I don't want to go into like too great a detail because that's just TMI. So today I ordered pizza and I also ordered a Philly cheesesteak sandwich just in case I couldn't eat the pizza, but I wanted to get the pizza for the kids because we had pizza the other day. I was able to eat it, and that was kind of like a flat crust pizza. It was different, but I wanted like a Domino's or a Pizza Hut pizza, one with like lots of cheese and grease and meat. So I got a meat lover's pizza, and I was able to eat it, and I was very excited about that. I even had it with some garlic sauce, so I definitely can eat pizza now, which is a big thing. So next I want to try Taco Bell. I want to see if I can eat some Taco Bell because if I can eat that, I can eat pretty much anything. And then after I try Taco Bell, I'm probably going to move on to some like spicy foods because that's another thing I've been staying away from because that can trigger stomach problems too with having recently had your gallbladder out. So as long as I'm in quarantine, I'm okay because if anything happens, I can change my clothes here or shower and I'm fine. It's not a big deal. It's not like I'm at work. So it's a good opportunity for me to try out my dietary limitations. I am going to warn you, this week's episode is very long. So if you don't want to watch the whole thing, I understand. But honestly, everybody's bored and in quarantine. And like James Charles came out with this new series called Instant Influencer. And I thought when it came out, it was going to be like the whole series was going to come out and you could binge watch it. I don't know if I looked at it wrong, but I only watched episode 1 and that was it. I think until like next week, then they might drop the next episode. So I don't really have anything I'm binge watching right now. I have Empire that I need to catch up on, but I mostly watch that when I'm at Andy's house because over there he watches all kinds of stuff that I don't like. So he watches his stuff, I watch my stuff, but we still hang out together. And I'm excited to get to see him tomorrow because I haven't seen him a lot this week, and next week he's off all week, so I get to spend all week with him, and I'm very excited and happy about that. But I will tell you, the first clip in the vlog is me at like 6 in the morning. So when you see that, just know I had to like drink like a little bit of my coffee. I was already starting to like feel myself and get my day going. But one thing I have this big dilemma about, and I just want to speak on this because I feel like if I don't speak onto it, I'm never going to bring it into fruition and it's never going to happen for me. I want to be an early bird. I am a person that if you let me sleep, I will sleep for 11 hours, wake up, be up for like 3, and then go back to sleep the whole night. Like I can literally sleep for 3 days. If you let me, I will sleep for 3 days. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me, if it's my hormones, what? But for whatever reason, I can sleep like a sloth, like nobody's business. So I always tell the kids, why don't you wake me up? Well, we don't want you up. I'm like, but why? Wake me up when you get up. But no, Mom, that's our time. I'm like, oh, whatever. So I try to set my alarm to go off at 6 o'clock. And this was weird because this happened to me this week. I have one of those alarms with the big bells on it. I had picked it up, turned it off, and I was sleeping with it. It kind of defeats the purpose of an alarm clock if you're going to fall asleep with it. Also, I sleep with the light on. I don't know why. I just like to sleep with the light on. I'm weird, okay? But okay. Let's roll the clip and get into this. Hi everybody. So it is Friday morning. It's like 6:45. It is very early. I have done my makeup and I am ready for today to be over with already. So yeah, we're just going to start off our day like normal. And that's pretty much it. Just going to have a normal day and Andy will come over here later and pick us up and that's it. So we'll see you guys in the next vlog. Be proud of me that I vlogged on Friday because I never do. Hello everyone. So it is Friday night
and I have a wiggly too.
Maddox is 6 years old and he has never lost a tooth before.
But I have a wiggly tooth now.
And which one is it?
He will look in the mirror again. He will.
Well, look in the phone.
He will. Right there. He will lose a tooth and then he will get money. Come out tomorrow. And get money from the tooth baby. I'm getting so mad right now.
And you know what? If you lose a lot of teeth, you get a toy.
Please stop!
So I'm sitting here with Carter and he is getting very bored because he has nothing to do.
Yeah, so we are watching a skating movie.
Yeah, we're gonna watch some movies and just hang out. I realized when I came over here that I didn't bring my foundation, so I had to use concealer for my whole face, so that was interesting. How about you, Carter? Anything interesting?
No.
Okay, well that's it, guys. Hello, everyone. So today is Monday, and I'm already going through it this week. It's really been stressful. First things first, I went to pick up my mail today and I had put a bill out in my mailbox, and usually the mail person will pick up my mail and drop it off or whatever, but I got this instead. This floppy, like, look at my stamp is all ruined. This is from the rain. So that didn't get picked up today. So I'm a little bit upset about that because it seems to be the mail person only picks up the mail when there's mail to drop off, which is actually really annoying because it takes like 2 seconds to go up, grab the mail, stick it in your bag. I don't understand it. Like, there's something about the city people that work around here that really pisses me off. And it was probably like maybe a month ago when it was still snowing a lot. I had put the garbage bins out and it was recycling week, and we do recycle a lot of stuff. If you know Andy, he can tell you I'm very big on recycling almost anything that I can. And yeah, when recycling week comes only once every 2 weeks, so when it's time to pick that stuff up, my bin is usually pretty full. Well, I had put my bins in the snowbank. Now, I'm not used to having these bins outside because I haven't had to use bins like this anywhere I've lived for years. We just would put stuff in the dumpster, which was actually a lot worse because the recycling dumpster was always full and it would be like overflowing, and I'd try to put stuff in the back of it where it wouldn't be so full, and it was just always a huge mess. So I thought this would be better. But even with the garbage people, if there was any way that recycling bin did not have like a dugout portion in the snowbank for the garbage can to fall back on or anything, if it fell over, they wouldn't go re-pick it back up. They would just leave it like that, which it has happened a couple of times. So I'm kind of glad the snow is gone, because I tried to the week after that carve out a spot with the shovel for the bin, but the snow had caked on so hard and was full of ice and stuff that I couldn't even do anything about it. I had to put it like right on top. So I tried, but again, it happened again. And they left my garbage all over the sidewalk again. So I've had enough of the mailman and the garbage man, seriously. And I've had enough of the kids this week. It's been a lot. Today I took the Google away. The Google is what the kids usually watch for TV because we don't have my smart TV here. It's too big for us to mount on the wall, and we don't have my entertainment center here. pretty much all that stuff is in the back of my storage unit. And if I wanted to take it out, I would need a moving truck in order to get it because my TV is a 60-inch TV. So they just have the Google Assistant to watch YouTube and stuff on. Maddox's phone is dead and he has broken his charger again. And Carter, I'm not sure if I told you this, but he actually took his phone and he bent it like this. So he doesn't have a phone and he broke his charger shortly before that too. So Google is all they have, and I had to take it away today just because they were fighting a lot and things like that. And then I found out that somebody had been digging into the ice cream for breakfast because I saw little spoon marks in there. So that resulted in some time on the basement steps. And I mean, work has also been really crazy. I'm starting to think that this is more crazier than tax time, which is usually our busiest time of the year. So I'm thinking this is like even busier than our busiest time of the year. And it's really hard for me to get a break to do anything, even to go to the bathroom. Like when I took my lunch, I was worried that my boss was like gonna call me and be like, "Hey, can you punch back in?" Like that's how bad this is getting. Like you people really want your money, don't you? Jesus. But I mean, if you're getting your stimulus check, go get it. But I don't think it's really necessary unless you're like paying rent for you to pull out like $2,000 from the ATM unless you absolutely need it. I mean, but you know, people want to be bougie and spend things and money on things, and they aren't thinking about the long term of how long they could be in quarantine and how that money could actually help them pay rent for a couple of months. People aren't really thinking that way. And there's a couple things that you'll see when we go through my facts and highlights for the week, but I just feel like people right now need to be at home, need to be taking things seriously, and just kind of chilling out. Like, people's attitudes right now really just suck. I've been watching a lot of drama going on YouTube with beauty influencers and things like that. And it seems to me that there's one in particular, I'm not going to say who, that has just been creating drama, mainly because he has a new show coming out. So I think he's creating this drama to draw attention to himself so people will watch his show. And I just think that that's such a horrible way to go about things when you could be self-promoting instead. Now you're going to get all this hate and things like that and all this negative feedback. And I don't get it. Another thing I don't understand is why people, like if you post something where you're upset or you're sad or whatever, why would you like that post? Why? Like, you could say something like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you," or "I hope things get better," or something like that. And this is not even about me in general. This is just like people in general. Like, why would you like that? Like, you like that somebody is upset by something? To me, it doesn't make any sense. It's like you're happy that somebody else is upset. Anyway, I'm ready to go to bed. I've had it. These kids have tried me today. I've had enough. I want to go to bed and I want to be done. I've had it. And that's it. Hi everyone. So it is Thursday. Today was kind of a really rough day for a lot of reasons, but mainly I had some issues with Carter and he did have to get picked up for his crisis intervention plan. He was having some issues, so he had to get picked up. We have our trampoline finally came. It's a mini trampoline. We had one before and it kind of got lost while we were moving. But we have a new one now, so it's here and it has the handbar for them to grab to use. So that's nice. Things at work have been calming down a little bit, so I'm thinking the majority of people have gotten their stimulus checks and are using their funds. For whatever reason today, I decided I wanted to wear makeup. I mean, it's gotten a little bit wonky on the eyes, but I am buying some new makeup too, so, but that's probably not going to come in for a while. But yeah, it wasn't really like a long day. I feel like today kind of flew by. And as we get closer to the weekend, we get closer to me being on call for the weekend, which makes me nervous because, like I said before, I've never been on call with this job before. There is someone who did volunteer to also work on call if need be. So if I need help, there is somebody I can reach out to for help, which will be nice if I need it because there's things I'm still not trained on that I should probably know. I just realized how bad my concealer has creased throughout the day. I didn't really set it good this morning, so that's kind of my fault. But yeah, it has definitely creased up a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I cleaned up my backyard today. There were toys and garbage everywhere. I just was one of those things where because I go out there to smoke, that's what I look at, and I needed to just take care of it and get it done. But yeah, when I put on my makeup this morning, I was like, because when I go back to work, usually I don't wear this much makeup. Like right now I have on a highlighter, I have on full contour. Um, didn't wear any lipstick today, but I would have had on lipstick if I was going anywhere. I have on eyeshadow. Those are things that I usually don't wear to work. I keep it very like minimum, but I want to start really having a more beat look for when I do go back to work. So I feel like if I practice it now, I can get in the habit of doing it like really quick in the morning and just get it done. And then if I do have a day where I need to like skip the contour or something, I can. But yeah, that was something that I kind of thought about today. And I'm still waiting for the rest of my Amazon stuff to come in so I can like really work on doing my brows better. I mean, they don't look bad or anything like that, but I think they could look a lot better. And I need to work on my eyeliner game because it's really terrible. Did you see that? Just wiped it off on my finger too. I guess I'm in that stage of quarantine now that things are kind of slowing down, that I'm starting to get bored and I'm trying to find things to do. I actually just did, like I said, I bought some makeup. So I had bought Jeffree Star's Bloodlust collection palette online, which if you don't know, it's expensive, like really expensive. And I just bought that. I was going to buy the highlighter. It's called Extreme Frost, and the color I wanted was Choking on Ice, but it was all sold out. So what I did get was I got a highlighter palette because that has a bunch of different highlighters in it. So is it going to show me? Oh, it tells me right here. So it's called the Platinum Pro Ice Palette. I bought that. I bought one of his lip glosses. And then I bought a shirt that says Jeffree Star approved because he does review stuff on his beauty channel and it's one of his famous things. And I need more shirts, okay? The shirt that I have on, I'll show you. I have 3 of these. I bought these at Walmart because when I worked at RGL, which is a logistics company, it's in warehousing stuff, they would let you wear fluorescent neon green or yellow color shirts, like the color of a tennis ball, shirts like this. They would let you wear these color shirts to work and you wouldn't have to wear a hat or like a little reflective vest or anything. So I actually have like 3 of these shirts, and then I have like maybe like 4 more shirts, and that's all I have for t-shirts. Like I have nothing. I have pretty much nothing. All my other t-shirts I had when I worked at MPS, like all my band t-shirts and stuff, they got ruined from boxing up product. It's weird because the cardboard box would get like stuck on my shirt, and then it made holes in my shirt. And just with that job, you work with a lot of tools and your clothes get ripped up, so you can't wear anything nice. But after my clothes were already ruined, I just kept wearing them, and I still have those shirts, but I don't wear them. I just keep them because they are, special merch shirts from bands and things like that, so they're special to me. So I just keep them. But I do need some more clothes. So I'm hoping when this coronavirus is over, my mom has told me about this thrift store where they base everything off of weight. So you could like buy a whole bag of clothes and only pay like $5. So I'm real excited to like go to that store, and I need to take Maddox shopping. He needs a lot more pants and things like that. And usually I go to a secondhand store because he wears out his clothes so easily. Like it doesn't pay for me to buy him brand new clothes. And Carter either, because Carter grows so much and so fast. Like I can't buy them new clothes because it's not worth the money. It's really not. But today we got a pizza that was given to us by my work. They did that for everybody, which was really nice. And I haven't had pizza for almost a year because if you don't know, I had my gallbladder removed. So there's certain things I can't eat. I can't eat tacos. I can't eat anything real fatty. I did have a burrito the other day. So I'm really, now because I'm in quarantine, I'm trying these things to see if I can have them. That way when I am out with my family or if I'm at work and they have a pizza party or something, I'll know if I can participate in those things or not. So I'm starting to like kind of try different foods while I'm in quarantine. So that's something I've been doing, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of like on a ramble today. I'm going to go. But anyway, until next time. Okay, so let's go through our facts and our memes of the week. So this is a meme I've been seeing a lot. This is from Friday. My bills got paid without a stimulus check. How many of y'all can steal this post? I would like it if people would stop being so cocky and trying to show that they have money. There's a lot of us out there that are doing okay, but it is not okay for you to be bragging about it when other people are struggling to pay their rent. I find this very ignorant, and as I said before in last week's vlog, I feel like some people, their attitude just isn't in the right space for where we need to be right now. Stop. The only time you do this is when I'm doing videos. A little bit is okay, but you're getting extra. So I don't like that. All right, so last week I had also talked about some graffiti that was going on in the area. The suspects for that graffiti were arrested, and there were 32 graffiti complaints around the city, so they have been cited on all charges of those. I do not have the names of them because I believe they are juveniles. It says here in the case they are juveniles, the parents are held accountable, and I didn't see any names listed. So I'm guessing that these were children doing these things. So hopefully their parents have dealt with them appropriately. This is a meme also from Friday. Can't wait till they legalize outside. I find that pretty funny. But seriously, there's something I do want to show you in a little while, and it is pretty shocking. Gas prices lowest they've seen in 4 decades. At Woodman's, gas was 89 cents on Friday. You can either have a nice day or you can help your child with their math homework. You can't have both. Coronalations, 3:30. That is true. I can attest to that. When do we find out who the kids will have for teachers next year? I hope it's not me again. Yeah, me too. Home isolation has its ups and downs. One day you're flying high, cleaning the baseboards with a Q-tip. The next day you're drinking tequila and watching squirrels out the window. There is no in between. I find that very funny. I don't drink at home. Thinking is hard, so just do what the government says. That's sarcasm if you didn't get it. All right, so on Friday, an update on the numbers. 4,045 positive tests, 205 deaths, 180 active cases in Brown County. And then Sunday, gas was 94 cents. Most useless purchase of 2019, a 2020 planner. That is true. And I wanted to just post this because, again, this is about people just not having respect for other people. Your brother was just doing this. Can you please not? So apparently there was a contest from the page 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT. And it says here, we're sorry to inform everyone that, and then it's a minor's name, was not eligible due to being under the age of 17. To show our continued support during these rough times, we decided to give it to someone else who shares and also comments by 2 p.m. Monday. First of all, why would you put the person's name in here if they're a minor? Second of all, you should have just moved along if they were not eligible and just gave it to somebody else. Could have said something happened with your drawings and you had to redo it. I don't know, but you didn't have to say, sorry, you didn't win. Like, I find that very, like, bitchy. Like, come on. What the fuck? Reasons why I will never buy a Jeep. On Monday, this is actually very scary, and this just goes to show you, if you are a prowler, you should not be doing what you're doing. So this was on 12th Avenue. Unknown male banging on complainant's bay window, 10:19 p.m. Home owner is armed with a shotgun and can still hear banging. 10:20 p.m. Officer advising homeowner to put the gun away as he is approaching the male subject right now. So there are a lot of us here in Wisconsin that do love our guns and will protect our house if somebody comes in it. So you really shouldn't be banging on people's windows trying to scare them. Like, this is not funny. You're going to get your head blown off. Some people during this quarantine are getting like real stupid. Like, I don't know if we're back to eating Tide Pods again. What are you doing, Karen? Like, hello. Speaking of Karen, if you didn't know, Trump said during one of his addresses this week, I don't remember which day, but he was talking about the testing swabs and how they're similar to Q-tips, and maybe maybe somebody should give an extra test to Karen. So that's how he feels about the whole situation. You can tell Trump is so sick of these questions about tests. He really is done. And a reporter did go off on him this week. I believe she was from CNN, I think. And she is probably fired, but still, it was a very funny thing to hear. I heard that from Dumb Gay Politics this week. So if you want to hear more about that, listen to their episode this week so you can hear that clip. She really went in. She was real bitchy and like real cunty. She really went in on him. And it was hilarious. And he kept saying, but who are you with? But who are you with? You could tell he was trying to get her in trouble. Okay, I don't know why I thought I was really scrolling on my Facebook when it's a screenshot. This is from Mind Blowing Facts, which is a page on Facebook. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I just wanted to read it because I thought it was interesting. During the Black Death, incoming ships were forced to wait for 40 days to prevent possible infection. The Italian word 40, quarantana, is where we get the word quarantine. Very interesting. Teachers, just log into Zabblezoot, scroll down to Zork app, and have the kids work through the assignment sent through CrackleZam, or check the links posted in Drumblekick. Parents, like, seriously, why does everything have to have such a crazy name? Can't you just call it school work log, or like they have for their stuff, the launch pad? Can't you call it something other than all these crazy names? Like, it's really annoying, and there are a couple out there that teachers use. I get probably about 20 emails a day from teachers. Like, there comes a point where you have to just realize you can't micromanage all these parents. Like, it's actually really annoying. Okay, so I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to explain what it is. JBS, American Food Workers, say they're infected with coronavirus as Brown County numbers explode to 292. JBS and American Foods are meat packing plants and meat processing plants. So if you don't know what that is, pretty much they're the places that take the whole cow and turn it into hamburgers and steak and other cuts of meat. So they do that. They debone the whole animal, they deskin it, they do all those. I'm pretty sure in American foods they do bring in live cows. That's what my understanding is. I could be wrong, so don't come at me if I'm wrong, because I might be. But those are just okay. Sorry about that, everyone. I didn't want the rest of the audio to be corrupted, so I had to stop the video. I will edit that back together later. Everything's fine. I fixed it. How was your pizza?
Good. Hi, viewers. Just to notice, tomorrow I'm going to go to my dad's house and I have a loose tooth. And it is.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Make
So,
sure to smash the like button and push
Okay.
We want to get to 100 likes.
okay, so I'm back. I am not really into like knowing who's who all the time in politics, so I don't know how true this is, but I'm just gonna read through this and you do with it what you want. This is Adam Schiff, and it's a picture of him. Adam Schiff is the head of the House of Intelligence Committee. The House of Intelligence Committee oversees vital U.S. intelligence gatherings from around the world in order to keep America safe from foreign threats. Back in December and January, while coronavirus was breaking out, Adam Schiff's committee should have been holding hearings on information about the virus coming out of China. Instead, he was holding hearings to impeach Donald Trump, who at the same time was busy banning travel from China and putting a task force in place to keep Americans safe from the virus. Now, Adam Schiff wants to form a committee to investigate Trump's handling of the coronavirus. Adam Schiff is a disgrace to America. You do with that what you want. I'm not even going to comment on that one. I'm going to let you try to guess what I'm thinking about. Are we okay? That was from Tuesday, by the way. So this is a picture of an ape hanging out of their car. People driving alone in their cars wearing masks is the reason why there's instructions on shampoo bottles. Okay, look, I get it. It looks weird when people do this, but the reason why people are doing this is because they are going from their home to the store or somewhere else, like the pharmacy, with a mask on, because now you can't go outside unless you have a mask. So if people are choosing to leave their masks on in the car because they don't want to contaminate their face or something, please be respectful of that and don't make fun of those people. I think that they are being, proactive about what they're doing, and that's what we should all be doing. I'm not saying I want you to wear a mask in the car while you drive. I'm just saying if that's what somebody chooses to do, I don't think we should be the ones to judge them. Let everybody, as long as you're being safe, it may look goofy, but let people do what they want. That's what I think, man. Okay, that's something else. Okay, so this actually has to do with the game Candyland. Again, I don't know if this is true. I did not fact check it, but I thought it was cool. So it says, and I cut off actually, it's just from a person. Okay, well, I'm not going to read you the person's name. Fun fact, in 1949, in the midst of the polio epidemic, a disease that in the polio epidemic, a young school teacher named Eleanor Abbott invented Candyland, one of the most popular board games of all time. Abbott created the game inside a polio ward as a patient herself with hope of giving the immobilized children around her a momentary sense of freedom and mobility. As a way of further connecting with kids, Abbott featured the game on the game board, an illustration of a boy with a leg brace. Milton Bradley was quick to buy the game from Abbott, and to this day, Candyland continues to be popular more than 65 years after the disease was eradicated. So I found that pretty cool. If you see someone coughing at the store, remember that asthmatics exist and it's spring. Allergies still exist. The dirty looks aren't needed. I think that's pretty well said, but I understand people's paranoia at this time. You know, I think it's fair for everybody to be paranoid. I think if you have allergies or asthma or something and you can't help it and you need to cough, or if you're like me where you have allergies and you get a dry cough, I think that's okay as long as you're wearing a mask. You know, if you're not wearing a mask, that's when it becomes a problem because that's when people are going to give you the dirty looks. But you're not supposed to leave the house without the mask anyway. So, really, what are you doing? Okay. This is from arstechnica.com. Okay. CDC's failed coronavirus tests were tainted with coronavirus. Feds confirm. Can't really prove that's true or not, but I can see how this would morph into a conspiracy theory about the tests. And, you know, things have been dying down quicker than they thought that they would. So a lot of orders in places like California are starting to be lifted earlier than expected. So it's possible. And there are places like here in Wisconsin where our order is in effect until May 26th. So maybe there are people that are bitter about that. And they're creating these conspiracy theories because they are upset. That's understandable. But people are crazy. What can you do? I'm not taking one of them tests. If I have coronavirus, I'm going to know I have coronavirus, okay? But I would already have it, so what would the point be? If I took the test and I knew I had coronavirus, I would get it from the test. And I guess I would just have it longer. Maybe? I don't know. I hope they give us a 2 weeks notice before sending us back into the world. I think we all need time to become ourselves again. And by ourselves, I mean lose 10 pounds, cut our hair, and get used to not drinking at 9 a.m. Again, like I said, I don't drink at home. Usually when I drink, I drink over, you know, somewhere else, not here. I just don't like having alcohol in my house. I don't want it available to my children. It's just a personal thing for me at this time. There's a hole in that bag. Watch out with that. Okay. But yeah, it would be nice if we had like a little buffer period so everybody could get back to like setting up a routine of what time they're going to get up, what time they're going to go to bed. Because if you just have one day where you're quarantined, the next day, bam, back to work, I guarantee you're not going to wake up in time and you're going to look like shit when you go to work. And if you are drinking every day, you're going to get the shakes because you're not going to be drinking. Like, it's so horrible. Like, this is horrible. Be good to your spouse. Remember, right now they could poison you and it would be counted as a COVID death. And that is actually true. One thing that I did read is, and I think I actually mentioned this before, is when the coroners are running these reports, if you have COVID-19 when you died, they're considering that your cause of death. So a lot of these times when you're seeing these numbers for COVID-19 and the deaths, some of these deaths are actually like heart attacks, car accidents, tragic events. They are not all isolated COVID-19 events. So just keep that in mind. This is from the Eau Claire City County Health Department. So if you live in Eau Claire, this would be important to you. I'm glad they're not doing this here because I do know of somebody who just had one of these for her son for his birthday. So, and her son is little. He's like 4. So for him, this was a big deal. And, you know, police did show up and everything. It was very nice. Okay, so anyway, parades are not permitted under the Safer at Home order. Please find other ways to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, and other milestones. But I do think having a drive-by parade is okay as long as people aren't getting out and like hugging other people or having any type of close contact. You know, I think those type of parades are very nice where people spiff up their car, they put streamers on it, they use car paint, you know, like the temporary paint that you use for like prom and stuff. I think it's a very cute idea and it's a very nice way to boost the morale of our community and our society and the people we have around us. It's a good way to be able to reconnect if somebody does have a birthday or something. So that the fact that Eau Claire is taking this away, really, it's another just bitchy thing. Like, why is everybody so damn bitchy? You get to drink all day and sleep all day. What the fuck is your problem? I have to work all day and I barely drink. Like, hello? This is from Thursday. The fact that Hooters hasn't launched a home delivery service called Knockers seems like a missed business opportunity to me. I found that one funny. Um, Marinette, this is from today. Marinette Marine confirms employee tested positive for COVID-19. So if you don't know what Marinette Marine is, they are this company that makes boats, and they also make a lot of army equipment like tanks and things like that. So if those things get infected, we're really going to spread this like wildfire everywhere. So they need to nip that in the bud. Um, and Green Bay Police to issue fines for not following safer at home order. So this is kind of along the lines of the thing that I wanted you guys to see. So I'm actually going to pause the webcam, find that video, and then I'm going to play it for you. Now, I can't embed it onto my screen, but I will do my best to show you on my phone screen. But you can still hear the audio, and you can still hear what's happening. But I just want you to watch it and really see how ignorant some people can be going against a direct police order that is for your health. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys ready?
Sorry, hopefully this thing will open up. Okay, you guys have any questions?
Well, it's a public park, so I do wonder why it's being closed when it's a public park. I mean, we're not breaking the law.
The city closed it, and the city can close the park at any
Under what grounds? Under what grounds can they just come in and...
city code says they can.
But we have
With the city
taxes, right? And we're paying taxes now. We don't get a refund on the parks we're
I am
paying
not
for.
going to argue it. The one to argue it, if you don't like it, is the mayor or the parks director. I'm just a law enforcement officer, and I've been asked to come here and make sure. So,
Right, you're the line of enforcement on an order that, quite frankly, is unconstitutional.
okay, listen, to take it with the mayor and the parks director.
But you're enforcing it right now.
Yeah,
It's your choice, right?
I could enforce it. I could charge people, but I don't want to do
Have
that.
you done
Yeah.
that? Have you
I
done
have
that at
not.
any point?
I have not. I
Okay,
don't
do you
want to.
plan to if people decide to?
Ma'am, don't get mad at me.
I'm not
just out
we're
here every
frustrated.
time.
Right.
So this
Don't be
is
mad
it.
at us. We're just the moms who are paying taxes and frustrated with this whole thing.
I
Yeah.
think he can tell you exactly what you can and can't do.
I will tell you, the playground is closed. We told you. Okay?
No, we're just moms.
We're just trying to protect people here.
Right.
Out in the air with the sun.
Right. Protect us from getting vitamin D and letting our kids play in the sunshine. I mean...
Well, protect you from the coronavirus, you dumb bitch. Hello, Karen.
Numerous times. This is it. Exit the playground area. Now. I went to there. You have 5 seconds. 3.
Do it. Report it.
Okay, this is not... Officer, you don't want to do that. Officer, you don't...
You're being detained.
Am I being arrested or detained? Am I arrested or detained? Someone call Idaho Freedom Foundation right now and get them on the phone.
Oh, no, I'm recording. Someone else call. He is arresting her for being on a public playground. He is arresting her
You
right
see that
now.
crowd of people?
Officer,
Lots of drama.
yes. What is your name and badge number? He does not want to give his name or badge number. I asked him 3 times.
You asked him one time. Okay, that's the video. Now, I want to talk about this video because I find this very fucking stupid. Okay, for one thing, if you think you getting arrested is going to solve anything, it isn't. There are protesters and activists that have been doing this for years, picketing and doing all these things that they are not supposed to do. And you know what? They get arrested, and you know what? Nobody talks about it. Do you know why? Because nobody gives a shit. Like, okay, Karen, you just got arrested, and now who's going to take care of your children? But we're just moms. Like the lady's voice. People who have that voice, I cannot stand. That is like nails on a chalkboard, and that was very hard for me to listen to. I'm like, ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. That I do not like. And they did that shit just because they wanted this video. That's why they did this shit. Otherwise, they would have been like, okay, sir. And they would have left. Like, way to look like a cunt in front of your kid. Seriously? Some people, I fucking can't. All right, where were we on here? let's get back to where we were. Okay. 101 new confirmed coronavirus cases in Brown County. That is a lot. Okay. So this is from our police chief, and this is just kind of like a message that he wanted everybody to know about. Chief Smith addresses the concerns regarding the new ordinance, which is our new stay-at-home order. So if you're not aware, the old stay-at-home order ends on a certain date and the new one starts on a certain date. I thought it was April 30th. It could be today. I don't remember. The municipal fine that the city of Green Bay enacted for violations of the governor's stay-at-home order is intended to be used as a last resort for unlawful actions during this pandemic. If we achieve voluntary compliance through education and warnings, no citations will be necessary. For example, we have been given unconfirmed reports that individuals in Brown County who have tested positive for COVID-19 are actively infected and refusing to remain in their homes as lawfully ordered by the health department. It is our sincere hope that our officers will not have to issue any citations during this pandemic and that people will comply with the governor's order without having to be cited. However, in those extreme cases where individuals refuse to respond to lawful regulations and continue endangering our community with reckless behavior, I had to take 2 screenshots. Hold on. Our officers will have the discretion to issue a citation. We have a process in place for contesting citations. That process is to contest the citation and take the case to municipal court. Everyone issued a citation can argue their case in front of a judge. Ultimately, the courts will make the determination if the citation was issued legally and properly. So then this is a quote from Chief Andrew Smith. We have to do everything we can to lawfully protect those vulnerable in our community. Brown County has an alarming rate of COVID-19 cases, and we need to stop this virus while we remain faithful to the Constitution. A lot of people have left comments on this, because I did read through those, saying that it's unconstitutional for us to be ordered inside of our homes. But listen, if you have COVID-19 and you're going to the fucking grocery store, I don't want to see you. Take your ass home. Call Instacart. Jesus Christ. Okay, now, this is the point where we're at, where the stupidity level is off the charts. You would think with all of these parents being home, doing homework with their kids, you would get a little bit, just a little bit smarter. You know what I mean? Or maybe have a little bit more common sense because your kids are around you all the time. This is from CNN.com. This is why I don't watch the news. Don't eat or inject yourself with disinfectant, warns FDA commissioner. Are we serious? Is this where we're at now, that we really need to be warned not to drink bleach? Can we bring back like those little green stickers of the guy? You guys remember those? You know what I'm talking about? The little guy. I think he was called Mr. Green, and your parents would put the stickers on all the cleaning products so you wouldn't drink them when you were a kid. Let's bring those back, because these people need those fucking stickers. Okay, so finally from the Department of Health Services, there's an update on the number of deaths and everything. 5,356 positive test results and 262 deaths. Okay, so this is my last one of the day. This is going to be my weenie of the week. And this is a person who I am not going to name because they are on my Facebook, okay? So for that reason, I am not going to name them. I do not want to personally out anybody that I know. But if you are going to tell me publicly on your Facebook, bad headache and period, not fun, with a bunch of like puking emojis and shit, I don't want to know about this. You are a weenie. Seriously, I have unfollowed this person because I just can't. I've seen some really shady shit from this person and their significant other, and I don't want to see it no more. Like, y'all can chill on my Facebook, but I don't want to see this. Really, that's pretty much it for the week. I think the boys have went in and out of the house like 20 times so far. This video was very long, and I do apologize for that, but I just wanted to make sure I could get all of those little tidbits of information in there for you guys. So I apologize that the video is so long. I know my vlog was kind of long too, but anyway, that's it for this week's Corona Chronicles. If you liked it, leave it a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we will see you guys next week.